What up, my video creeps? Welcome back. It feels like so long, but it hasn't been. We are narrowing down towards the finish line here. Only one more film after this, so let's get right down to it and review Curse of Chucky. Reunited, and it feels so good. I gotta bring it up because it blows my mind every single time that I see it. But this intro that you see is CGI. Well, the house is real, but like all the surrounding everything else is CGI. Totally done on a computer. That blows my mind every single time I see it.
Girls are horny too.
Another thing right out the gate that I really enjoy about Curse of Chucky is the soundtrack. That's good stuff. Beyond Child's Play 2, the Chucky films don't seem to have a consistent soundtrack that plays throughout all the films. So anytime that they can throw a good one at me,
you did it. You done did it. Good job.
The movie opens up with a knock at the door. FedEx is dropping off a package. Dropping off a package in a Chucky film? What could that mean? What could be in the package?
He's smart, you're dumb.
Nica goes to open up the door, who is played by Fiona Dourif, Brad Dourif's daughter. So we're keeping it in the family. And it's a package for her mom. And for the first time in the film, we see what Chucky will be looking like for this film. And Chucky's got a whole new look going on this time. Seed of Chucky came out in 2004. And Curse of Chucky came out all the way in 2013. So Chucky looks awesome in this film. I know that's a big point of contention. Some people hated the way that he looked in this film. But as far as his good guy form, I really like that. There are points in this where I don't like the way that he looks. And we're going to cover that when we get there. It's in my notes. Chucky kills mom in the middle of the night because durr. And Nica finds her dead body, calls the cops. And I actually think that that phone call is pretty chilling.
I need an ambulance right away. It's my mother. I don't know. There's so much blood.
That's a very real reaction. Like, I also would be like, I don't know what to do. We get a shot of what Chucky is up to, and he's just sitting in a chair, indulging in the aftermath of his work. A true artist, morsels over his accomplishments. But this shot is really cool. Eventually, we meet the family, and just as they walk into the house, you see this really cool shot of the spot where Nica's mom killed herself. It's just a big blood stain.
A blood stain is orange after you wash it 3 or 4 times in the tub, but that's normal, ain't it, Norman?
And we meet the family. We have Barb, who's the worst, Ian, whose ambitions are low, Summer, their daughter, Jill, who is their au pair, and Father Frank, a priest that is hanging out with them because, I don't know.
Faith in Christ.
Immediately, Father Frank is like, yo, Nica, your mom's dead. You should come to church with me. You ever been to church? And Nica's like,
no.
Nica turns to Summer and goes, hey girl, I got a gift for you. But of course, in true Chucky fashion, he's no longer sitting in the chair.
It's funny.
Summer's like, yo, I don't even care. I gotta go piss. She goes to pee, but ends up meeting Chucky anyway because he's chilling in the bathroom, waiting to see somebody pee. Summer just so happens to be that one person. And when they finally see each other, Chucky looks pretty fucking creepy.
What's your name?
Those bulging eyes. Oh. Meanwhile, all that is happening upstairs. Barb, who's the worst, is like, Nica, Mom's dead. I'm so sad, but you gotta go. Can you fucking leave? Nica's like, hell no. This is my house. This is mi casa. I built this. I'm gonna go cook. And Summer, Chucky, and Nica all go into the kitchen to start cooking. And visually, one of my favorite scenes in this movie, Nica is chopping tomatoes in front of Chucky's still good guy face. And it plays into that old school Chucky film thing where we know that he can see, but they don't know what he can see. And it's just focusing on this chopping sound. Just getting closer on his face. Chucky gets enticed, can't contain himself, and puts rat poison in one of the bowls of chili that they're making. This is a Russian roulette, which is one of the cooler ideas that we've seen in a Child's Play film in a long time. Golf clap. Everyone sits down, everyone's eating, you don't know who has the poison. You hope it's Barb. They do a little fake out that make you think that Summer is the one with the poisoned food. But it's not. It was the priest. Nana. The priest up and leaves. And I love the way that he leaves this situation. This is something that I have done in social settings. Not having a good time? Just get up and go. Just go. No one cares.
Yeah, I'ma get the fuck up out of here. This shit, I'm out.
Lightning strikes and it picks up with him getting into a car crash. And we get to see a cop come in who is our cop for this movie, who is actually played by multiple Malcolm, who we will see in the next film. Not the same character, but Don Mancini has a habit of bringing back old actors and actresses. Priest gets decapitated because of a cop's bad call. And while all that is happening, Nica and the family are watching home movies. And in these home movies, we can see a happier time. We also see baby Barb, who looks just as annoying as adult Barb. But more than that, we see Charles Lee Ray hanging out in the background of this family movie, which is cool. We haven't seen Charles Lee Ray since part 1, or like a news article clipping in Bride of Chucky. Their stroll down memory lane is interrupted by Summer, who can't find Chucky. While everyone starts searching for Chucky, Nica decides that she's gonna start looking into the origin of where the hell this doll came from.
Baskin-Robbins always finds out.
While Jill is looking everywhere, she eventually goes into the kitchen where she runs into Barb. And it is revealed that there is an affair going on between Jill and Barb.
Once you go taco, you never go back.
Not the two girls that I would have liked to see make out, but okay, that's cool, fine. You don't always get what you want. Eventually, Nica is the one who actually finds the Chucky doll and goes to return it to Summer. I just realized I've been calling her Summer this entire video. Her actual name is Alice and the actress's name is Summer. My bad. Another great scene happens where Nica is in the elevator with Chucky, and Chucky decides that he is going to fuck with her. He takes out his knife and he cuts her leg. And I don't know if this was meant to be a joke or if this is actually what the sound of cutting into paralyzed legs sounds like. But it's noticeable. He also turns his head around and laughs in her face. Pretty fucking funny. But I feel like even in the dark, I would have noticed if a doll on my lap's head started to turn.
So dumb, so dumb, so dumb, so he's climbing in your windows, he's snatching your people up, trying to rape them, so y'all need to hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide your kids, hide your wife.
Nica gets upstairs, runs into Barb, where she's the worst some more.
Almost looks like a knife wound. You must have cut yourself making dinner.
I didn't. Doesn't it hurt?
No, don't worry, sweetie. She can't feel a thing.
But she's able to give Alice the Chucky doll. Barb goes to tuck Alice in. And this scene kind of loses me a little bit, only because I know that Alice is supposed to be taking the place of Andy Barclay. They're redoing certain things that we've already seen. So that gives me the idea, okay, this is our new kid.
He said that Maggie was a real bitch and got what she deserved. He said that life's a bitch and then you die bleeding like a stuck pig.
Alice.
But Alice is no Andy. We do get to see these two interact though, which is cool. But I think this is the scene that threw people off as far as what Chucky looks like. Because he does look weird in this scene.
You fucking should be.
But I will say that it is just for that scene, in my opinion. Jill starts to undress and FaceTimes Barb so that way they can have some sexy time.
I look good. I mean, really good. Hey, everyone! Come and see how good I look!
Meanwhile, Nica goes back downstairs to continue her research. And a really tense scene happens where you get the two sides of what's going on. Upstairs, Jill is being murdered, but downstairs, Nica is figuring out who this doll is. And one of the exciting things that happens in that is that she learns who Andy Barclay is, a person whose name hasn't been muttered in 2 films. As the viewer, you are so excited to be getting back to your roots. It felt like Don Mancini forgot your birthday for like multiple years in a row. And then in the like 3rd year or so, he was like, you thought I forgot. I love the connection of Andy Barclay to the current storyline. That's what a good movie does. It doesn't abandon everything that it's already developed, which is something that you see in horror movies quite a bit. You find a way to loop it all together, motherfucker. In her learning about Andy Barclay, she also learns about Charles Lee Ray, sees a picture of him, and realizes that that is the same guy from the home movies from earlier.
I am shooketh.
She goes to warn Barb, and they have a miscommunication looking for Alice. Barb goes into the attic with Chucky, puts him down, and Chucky's killer shenanigans start again. He's making rocking horses move and shit. Which, like, has he spent so much time in the doll body now that he's developing, like, powers from Dumbala? I don't understand, especially in this film. It seems like he's doing more supernatural things than what he's normally capable of. At some point, Chucky fucking with Barb. She notices that he has makeup on his face. She starts scratching away. And the reveal that the entire movie long, it's been stitched Chucky the whole time, is revealed. That was a big point of confusion for people when this movie was coming out. We didn't know if it was going to be a prequel to Seed or if it was going to take place after. And in this scene, you definitely know Seed happened. This is after. He finally kills Barb.
Thank you! Thank you for your viewing me! Thank you!
He stabs her right in the eye. Nica sees this and runs to Ian's room, considering he's the only adult that's alive right now. And in a scene that I don't know, I just think is dumb. There's like a slow motion scene with like Ian and Nica. I just can't take that scene seriously. Chucky kills Ian by cutting his jaw off. I don't think that's how anyone would die necessarily, but like fine, maybe it was the blood loss.
We got a bleeder!
And Chucky takes Nica's wheelchair and runs her down a hallway, and so she falls over a banister. Chucky goes into a major background plot twist, revealing that he is the one who killed Nica's father. He is the one that paralyzed Nica.
Had a thing for family. Especially kids.
But this is all Nica's fault. Ultimately, he blames Nica for him having to go into the doll. She brings up Andy Barclay and triggers his completion anxiety, a new layer to Chucky that they give him in this film. And it is enough for her to distract him so that way she can get into an elevator. The cops show up, Chucky goes into doll mode and sits on a chair and just watches Nica get arrested. And then from here, this movie has like 4 different endings. Ending number 1, we get to see Nica in court where they convict her as a criminally insane human being, and then she acts insane.
Alive, you son of a bitch, you hear me?
I'm still alive!
Still alive.
Then it's revealed that Tiffany Valentine is still in the mix. She kills the cop, nice little throwback to Bride of Chucky, and mails Chucky to the next place. This is where we see Alice. And Chucky's like, boo, I told you I'd be back. He does his chant on her, and that's where the movie ends. Except if you stick around till the after credits, where it feels like Don Mancini just takes your face and makes out with you. He gives you a scene of Andy Barclay, Alex Vincent Andy Barclay as an adult receiving a package. And we see that he has a good relationship with his mother. We see that he graduated from Kent Military School. Chucky cuts himself out of a box and he's like, fuck that bitch, fuck this shit, I'm gonna kill Andy once and for all. But Andy's too old and wise. As soon as Chucky gets out of the box, I'll just show you.
Play with this.
Andy!
Oh, God, did I love that. This movie was a huge improvement over what we had been getting, which was Seed of Chucky and then nothing. I know people still hate this movie and think that the Child's Play series is doomed, but I think Curse of Chucky is an amazing return to form. And if you find yourself as a Chucky fan needing more, definitely watch Curse of Chucky. Is it a perfect film? No, but solemn are films these days. Take all the good that you can get out of this film and soak it in, because this movie does have so much good to offer. I'm gonna go ahead and rate this movie a 7. Certainly not the best in the series, but absolutely not the worst. Thank you so much for staying till the end of this video. If you haven't already, make sure that you are subscribed and you hit the bell. I know that you hear that all the time, but actually, I will see you on our next video for the last and final Child's Play film, Cult of Chucky. I will see you there. Peace, video creeps.